what's up, kids? What's up, lounge lizards? Welcome to another episode of Legions Lounge, episode 84. You guys okay?
We're good.
Yeah, I'm amped up, man. Where we talk all things. Jesus Christ. My heart is racing after all that. Where we talk about all things Mythic Legions, Cosmic Legions, Figura Obscura, customs, and veganism, and other Mythic-related action figures and stuff. No, we don't. We don't talk about that. We're your hosts. My name is Trevor16Shooter on Instagram. With me, as always, Nate Strong at Corona4 and Bill Dranowski from the Dork Lair. Right there. There he is. Before we get started, please take a second. Hit that like button. It helps us out. Lets people know that this is happening. Also, after the show, please leave us a comment. Let us know what you liked, what you're looking forward to. We're talking about Legions Con, so let us know what you're looking forward to at Legions Con.
Let us know how you feel about salads.
Yeah, if you want to, please keep that to yourself.
Sure. Okay.
Yeah, are you a steak person? Are you not a steak person? I don't really care.
We don't care.
As always, super chats are appreciated, and we'll guarantee your comment gets read. Not necessarily we read a lot of comments, but you know, it pushes you to the top and gets you up there. So, yeah, hi guys, how are you?
Hey, now, doing well.
Take deep breaths. Take deep breaths.
Okay, it brings back memories. We were for anybody. We were just recounting something, and I just have PTSD, yeah, from an old interaction with somebody online. So yeah,
fun times.
Yeah, Nate, who we got in the chat, man? Who
do we got? Us? Hey, number one, Dave Orkin.
All right, back on top. Dave Orkin's back on top.
Right, followed by Rob Zamora, Blake, a.k.a. Recon Rage, Kevin M. Boots. Hey, Chris Verone. We're just having a little chat.
Hey, Rob. That's a sock right there, man.
Hey, nice. That is a sock. No the sock. Collecting Brothers. Big love for Nate. Well, thanks, you guys. Oh, Nate. Okay. Brian Carr, Nora Kaiser FX, what's up, Alberto, Andy the Collector, Braku Prime, Jeremy Govier, I forget, am I saying that right?
Hey, man.
Govier, okay, it's the other one that's, okay. David Williams, Blood Beast Seb, I think that might be a new name, welcome.
That is a new name.
Stacy Lynn, Eric LeBron, Late Night, what's up, Brian Carr, Alex Lowstack, Curtis Ackerman, we might as well stop here.
Ooh.
On a business trip and can't stay. I love you all and can't wait to see you next week. Trevor, get those kissing lips ready. Pucker up,
dude.
buddy.
I've been working. I'm using the chapstick every day just to keep it because it's getting colder now. So I don't want it to, I don't want to
keep them soft and supple.
Your soft, supple skin. So yep, they're ready, Dan.
Thank you, Curtis. Steph Ork, Andy the Collector. I think I said Mike Casper, JMax77, Tom Clayton. Jesse just shelled it. Keith Holven.
Jesse.
Heinrich Kaufman. Eric Miller's with us. Legends Collector, 1321. Jordan, Wholesome Warlock. Christopher Collier. Is that the one that's Collier? I think.
That's Collier. Did you get Eric Miller?
There we go.
Did you see her?
I did, yep.
Did I? Okay.
I got, yep. Collectible Fun. Kent Pool, what's up, Kent? Andy the Collector, Joe Gonzalez.
We're not live, Kent. This is not live, and I am not hot dogs.
We are practicing to go live in a couple hours. Captain McKay, random. I am TJ Williams.
What's up, Captain McKay? What's going on, man?
Art is with us. Arthur Zoran, Brian Carr, Rob Zamora, with a $4.99 sock. Ghost Fox sock.
Ghost Fox. What's Ghost Fox?
I don't know. I see that quite often. Darla Ackerman, what's up, Darla?
Well,
no chewing.
Fox is Cloud, but I don't know what Ghost Fox is. So.
I don't know. But hold on, his
he's Spooky Zorro. So look, he's got a little little Ghost Fox.
Yeah.
Look at that. That's adorable.
All right, I didn't know that.
Very cool.
Okay.
The Solo Sinner.
Is that what the Zorro is? Okay.
Might be. Blake with the countdown. All in caps. 11 days and a wake up till Legions Lounge 2024. The Legions family unites.
Hell yeah.
Can't wait, brother.
Yeah.
Let's see. We got Doak, and
Doak.
tables. Thank you, everyone, for joining.
Hey, what's going on, man? Got Darla. You saw Darla in there? Darla Alchemy?
Darla?
Yep. And we get the Kevin Boots.
We sure did.
We did? We brought that up?
His super chat. Did not do it.
Yeah.
There we go. Grab a drink.
There we
go. Down your lounger. Enjoy the show.
Thank you, Kev.
Cheers.
I was going to make Kev the admin, so I got to go into YouTube. Hang on a second. This could be a mess. Well, I told him I was going to do it, so I should do it. I don't know what that means exactly, but we'll see.
Jesse's rocking his Door Clear shirt. I have the new version on.
Love that color. That's cool.
I'll have those available at Legions Con.
Right on.
Yeah, I like that color a lot, man. That's really good. Let me see. Kevin, I can add as a moderator. There you go. Managing moderator. Yeah, managing moderator. There you go. Kevin now has the power to block you MFers if you swear or whatever. We don't care about that, actually.
So he's our bouncer. He's the bouncer at the lounge.
Go there. Exactly. How are you guys doing? What's happening? Are you guys... so we got... Let's see. The countdown. Blake just gave it to us, but we are 10 days from Intern for a Day. 11 days from G-Con, which is kind of Legions Con, at this point. Like, it used to be kind of like just the intern people, and then you had to watch it online.
Now that it's at the hotel, it's
really
a
stadium event at this point. So it's part of Legions Con. So essentially 11 days, as Blake said, from G-Con, Legions Con, and then 1 day, or 12 days from day one of Legions Con 2024. Insane.
I mean,
a
week
you guys ready for
Mythic
this?
Week. Yeah. I'm ready. I'm psyched. I'm pumped.
A week from tomorrow to you're at my house right here.
Right. I know. I can't. Here. I'm. That's kind of blowing my mind. Yeah, I can't wait. That's gonna be a riot.
I'm trying to clean up the place for you, man. Like I'm dusting, and it's still not gonna be perfect, but
Kent, we'll take your $9.99, and I'm gonna read
since
this.
You couldn't have the trophy.
Gritting through my teeth. Right? Wish my little brother Nate a great show. See you soon. Kent, you're welcome for that win. We didn't. You didn't win the game. We lost it, but we'll give it to you.
That's what I said about the Cowboys too, but it's not true.
Hey, the Patriots won, so everything's upside down this week.
Right?
Well, the Jets lost, so not really, but. Oh, Fox in Spanish is Zora. I was wondering about that. Okay.
I never knew that.
I did not know that either.
Right.
Huh.
I didn't know that. That's cool.
That's great. It's a great logo.
All right. You didn't have to spend another $4.99 to tell us that, though, Rob. I appreciate the first one with the emojis. But I appreciate it. Thank you very much. Thanks, everybody, because prices are going up. I don't know. The StreamYard, we may be, switching this over. It's getting ridiculous, but. We love doing this, so we do what we got to do. 14 days until the post Legions Con blues set in.
Oh, boo!
Yeah, that's a depressing way to look at it.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it kind of is, Blake.
It's a reality.
But, I think that if I'm correct in saying this in next week's this coming Sunday's Shooting the Shelf. No guess. It's just going to be Jesse and Curtis, and they're going to kind of be talking about prepping for Legions Con. And I think they did mention, steeling yourself for those post Legions Con blues because, we all get them a little bit. It's great. It's such a build up to see everybody. We get to see everybody. It goes really fast. And then you're like, you're on your own again. But that's what all the stuff in the customizing studio has been great for bringing people together and stuff. So yeah, go ahead.
I see it as in a different way. It's I almost see Legions Con as the first event of the holiday season, where it's Legions Con and then Thanksgiving, right? And then you're into the holidays, right? I don't know. I just kind of see it as this sequence of holidays.
Yeah, that's a good way to look at it. And I think too.
Am I yelling at Rob? I'm not yelling at Rob.
No, that's just a sock, a thing.
Okay.
But yeah, I tend to come back looking at it a little more on the grateful side. Of course, I am a little bummed that it's over and everything. But to me, that sets in a little bit later because the second you come back, everyone's posting pics.
Yeah.
You know, and that's fun to kind of wade through and
all the stuff you didn't see, you didn't get to, or whatever, or just
I mean, it's just kind of it keeps riding, the high for me a little bit. You know,
it does.
Seeing all the people and everyone's selfies together and all the awesome art. And then like you said, Bill. Then next thing you know, you're into the holidays.
But it is,
for me,
it is something to be.
There's an afterglow for it. Yeah, go ahead, Bill.
There's just like to be said about like all this buildup all year, especially for the folks who are prepping customs and getting ready to have their table, and it's like the big show of the year, and then it's all over, right? And then it's like, okay, you're starting to look ahead 12 months from then.
Yes. Yeah, there is an afterglow though to it. You know, then you're looking at all the stuff you got, and you're talking to people about that stuff. You're opening it up, so there is like that. It's almost like that's a weird way to put this, but it's almost better than Christmas at this point. You know what I mean? Like Christmas, I don't have kids, so Christmas for me is like, okay. You know, my wife and I bought you exactly what you asked me to buy you, and you bought me
watch
exactly
the movies,
and we watched the movies, and that's it. And then it's kind of the next day. It's like, well, that was Christmas. We gotta look forward to taking down the lights. But it's even better than that because you've got stuff, you know what I mean, and it's really cool and it's fun, and you're talking to everybody about the stuff that you got because everybody's got the same stuff or similar stuff, at least in the exclusives and things like that. So it's and then everything else that's going to come out. I mean, I'm telling you right now, and Jeremy said this, so I'm not telling tales out of school or anything, but there is going to be a lot to talk about. There's just going to be a lot to talk about. It's going to be crazy. I mean, it's to be expected, 10th and 25th anniversaries. So there's just going to be a lot.
That buzz will be ringing for a while.
The toy mecca of New Jersey does seem to be a toy mecca. I gotta say, it is interesting that New Jersey.
At least it's got that going for it.
Exactly. That's exactly.
I should probably mention that I have I'm getting over a wicked head cold, all sinus up here. So like I'm sniffling and I'm a little head coldy right now. So just be warned.
Get it out of the way now.
Happy.
Right?
Yep.
Exactly. That you got.
I've never been happier
to
get a cold.
Right. I know.
Yeah. Exactly. I got a couple of little things, and then we're gonna bring on our guests real quick. Shoot, I didn't pull that up. So how am I gonna do that? Let me see. Mistake on my part. Okay.
Say hi to Kevin McCoy has joined us. Brad Broder of Bjorngar is with us now.
Okay. So 2 things. I'm going to share this. I'm going to bring myself up here. Cover of the new calendar. So that's the reveal. So
awesome choice for the cover, man.
Everybody's, seems to be their kind of favorite picture. So
that's rad.
That's going to be the cover this year. So that's that.
Wow.
Obviously this is a press proof, so got all the marks and stuff. But those should be coming in pretty soon. I also will have that as a metallic print. So that'll be there.
How's it look in person as on metallic? Look awesome.
Really cool, man. Like, the print, the metallics are awesome. Like, they're just really, really.
Yeah, those are so
just
crisp.
Got an extra added dimension to it. It's just really cool.
Oh yeah,
I'm printing everything
just
on
looking
metallic
at
now.
Oh, okay, nice.
Yeah. I really didn't do anything that wasn't metallic this year, so.
Wow.
And for those fans of David Williams' work.
Nice.
Sweet. Yeah.
So, that's
blows that tiny little IG pic away.
Yeah. And we've also got, let me bring myself down here, and these came in today. How can I present this? I think I can present this. Boom. Legion's Lounge pins.
Oh, no way.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, came in today. So these will be for sale. I don't know the price yet. I got to figure it out. But these will be for sale individually. And also I'm going to have these packs of 4 postcard prints of various things, including that the cover shot and some other stuff, the Noble Bear shot, and then some stickers and the pin for like $15. So
that's awesome.
So that's
what's the
Thank
size
you
of
to
that
Gaspar.
roughly? Do you know?
It's probably like an inch wide or less. It's kind of a standard size.
Yeah.
So,
okay.
Yeah, maybe like an inch wide. Yeah, or an inch and a quarter or something like that. I don't know. But
nice.
Yep. So that's
awesome.
There. All right. Let's get our guests on here and get going here. First up, and Nate, you can bring these guys up, right?
Can do.
A repeat guest on the show for our Road to Legions Con. If you've seen any of my Mythic Legions promo pics or a lot of pics from Nate, Cosmic and Mythic, then you've seen some of this man's excellent work from Carver Customs. Please welcome Bryan Lynn. What's up, buddy? Bryan Lynn with the beard.
Look at that beard
coming in.
You don't know how bad I wanted to be eating a salad when I came on after our conversation.
Welcome back, buddy.
Yep.
Next up, a fabulously talented customizer who will have a variety of things to tempt your wallet, including some great-looking shields and full customs. Please welcome from Dr. Grimlock is King Eugene Unick. Also, like the luxurious hair growing is really kind of pissing me off a little bit. I think I just got to grow this out. My brother has that, like Tom. I am TJ Williams in the chat. I think he's coming too to Legions Con. He's got
good.
Like a big long, nice beard. I think he did the last time I saw his face. And finally, you've seen this amazing illustrations on every Legions package that you've got your hot little hands on. Please welcome the nicest man in Mythos, Cosmere, and anywhere else, Nate Baertsch.
Nate!
What's up, Nate?
Hey, guys.
What's up, man? How are you?
Hi, guys.
What happened? Eugene, where'd you go? Come back, Eugene. Come back, Eugene. There you go. There's Eugene.
There he is.
Jumping around. What's up?
Hi, guys. What's up? What's happening? Are you ready?
No.
12 days, kids. No, me
Not
neither.
even a little.
No, me neither.
Mentally, no, but I'm done with everything for a change. I'm not hurrying this year. It's weird.
That's
what's that feel like,
man?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Exactly.
Today I didn't do anything for the first time in months, so it's kind of weird. I didn't know what to do.
You sat there and grew your beard.
Right.
So
nice.
So Bryan, you say you're done. Are you tempted to do anything else? Are you like, hey, I got free time now. I'm ahead of the game. Let me start on another dio, or maybe I'll, or you're just good. Like you feel like, you know what, I'm going to take a break. I'm going to take a breather and just.
I still got to do my display pieces for my table, where I'm going to have my torches all set up so people can look at them. I still got to do that. And that's going to be quick and easy. And I still got to figure out how I'm going to display the Charbot parts. But other than that, everything that I need for sale is done. I've got
nice,
a good variety of stuff ready to go.
Awesome.
Excellent.
Yeah, I saw your post in the Cabal about how you took your stuff outside just to kind of lay out the space and see how you're going to plan it. And did you get that figured out?
Oh yeah, I think we have a plan. Now, if it plays out that way when we get there, that's another story. But I think I have a somewhat of a battle plan ready to go now.
Right on.
It's amazing. The first year, the first year was there was some pretty amazing. For the most part, most of the customizers just put stuff out on a table. A couple people had I remember Jeremy had cases and stuff for his things, and a couple other people had some little dio pieces, but for the most part it was just laid out on the table. And then the next year it got pretty elaborate. People were getting a little more, building some stuff, and when I went to the hotel, people had some cool displays, really nice displays, and it has just gotten more and more I'm so impressed. The presentation of the stuff that people have is professional. It really looks I don't know, these are custom, you guys are customizers. We're selling prints, we're selling little things that we paint and stuff, but people do such beautiful displays, man. It's you come and you feel like it's a retail store or something. You know what I mean?
It's
amazing.
Curated,
it's really good.
so good.
Yeah,
I think it was at the bingo hall. It was between Rich Keiss and Eric Miller's displays. We're just
Keiss
like,
was
holy
nuts, yeah.
moly. Yeah, that was insane.
But now everybody's kind of stepped up their game to that
Oh, yeah.
level, like, for the most part. You know what I mean? It looks great. Eugene, you got your display ready to go? Are you done, or are you still working?
Still working. I've got about 30 shields to finish up yet, but those should all get done this week. So.
Wow, and you've already got a ton done. How many do you think you have complete, Eugene?
I think I've got about 45 completes. If I get all of them done, it'll be close to 90, but some of them are pretty simple, and there's about 30 of them that are going to be pretty simple. So.
Awesome.
Sir, I salute you, because I did the same thing. Like, I bought a bunch of those Sabadom shields, and I never painted more than 6 of them, I think. You know what I mean? It's like my big plan. It's like, this I can do. I can do wood and I can do metal. Not this well, but like, I'm like, hey, I could throw a couple of these things out on the table, and I didn't get these done. This is nuts, though, man. To do 45 of these things,
man.
There's some
I know how much work it takes to get that metal on those things without having it drip down into the gold and or into the brown and stuff like that. It's the wood part, I mean, that's fun. Like that's probably your first layer, I'm guessing. Is the wood your first layer, or is it?
Yeah.
And the metal part's raised. It's raised up.
It's raised. Yeah.
So to get the edge of that too and not get it onto the wood is insane.
This is what I'm talking about. Yeah, you can like take the paint off that brush all you want and just kind of dry brush it, but you're not going to get it all on every piece of that. You've really got to get in and touch every edge of that thing without dripping.
So good.
Yeah.
Wow.
And this is amazing.
I'll take one of each. Thank you.
Look at all these things. Good Lord. Yeah, I'm definitely buying some shields. I have all these shields, and I'm still going to be buying them.
Is that a ship's wheel? Did I just see like the wheel?
Yeah. This is a Sabadom thing too. I have one of these sitting in my pile of things that are unpainted as well. It's cool.
Keep losing, Eugene.
There you go.
Sorry, Midwest.
The ship's wheel. Yeah, it's okay. The ship's wheel is cool. You're going to have that.
Praising the wheel.
Yep. I'll have this 4 ship's wheels. 2 of them will have the skull on them.
This thing was nuts too. This whole skull thing. I got one of those. I started it, never finished it. It just it's a lot of work. It's a lot of work. And you picked up one of these from the Euro Legions boys. What do they call this again? Maybe you remember. It's got a very
I don't remember.
John
deep lore Irish name, and I can't remember what it's called.
Storyteller or something in Irish.
Yeah, exactly. Expecting to see a lot of these. This looks fantastic. This beard is nuts, man. This is incredible.
Thank you.
Beautiful. Yeah, that's awesome. So you're going to have a lot of shields. What else you got? You got a lot of heads. Look at that. I love that.
Should have between probably 40 to 60 heads and maybe 15 to 20 full customs.
This is gorgeous.
I didn't have as much time to do things as I wanted this year, so I'm flying in this year instead of driving.
Okay.
So that's a big part.
That's still a lot, man. That's a lot of work, though. That's a lot.
I hope they're kind to you.
That seems as much as like you had last year, though. Sorry, Nate. I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, you're good. I just hope they're good to him in the security at the airport. Whenever I travel with like prints or prototype pieces, they're always, they go through the X-ray and they're like, "What are you into? Like, what is this stuff?"
yeah. Well, at least it's not
I know people do this
and things like that. So
that's the thing. Yeah, I'm like, I'm taking a couple. At least our D&D, guy, and he's got a decent sized sword, and I'm wondering how that's going to get flagged.
Yeah.
Wow, this is cool.
Once you tell them they're plastic or print, they just roll their eyes and move along.
Yeah.
Nerd.
Yeah,
it's fine.
Still in today's day and age.
Does that mean I'm not going to get a cavity search? Okay. Anyways,
what would it take?
Come on.
This is nuts, man. This is gorgeous. I love this.
That kit's insane. That's awesome.
Yeah. I love the little patina like touches and stuff. Matt Stein going to be a little jealous there.
Yeah, that's rad. That's so rad.
Prints. Ooh,
I just looked up the.
One of the things I got from Eugene last year was a Fury Ogre, which is awesome.
Oh wow!
So yeah, I'm looking forward to these parts. This looks incredible. What's going on here?
Little Fury lizard chest over on the left there too.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, those are from some of my prep last year. I had a couple pieces that I didn't finish up in time for the show last year, so I'll have a couple. I think I have 2 ogre pieces left that I'll bring, one Fury and one Frost. And
nice. I don't remember the Thygar one. Did you have that last year?
I did not.
Oh. Okay.
Did not have the Thygar one last year.
And will you have it this year?
Well, I will have something from a Thygar that I finished up today, courtesy of Bryan. He hooked me up with something that I really needed to finish this little guy up.
Oh,
whoa!
Wow!
So took a Thygar, Novian Lean, and I made a Predator.
That is so good.
And Bryan's
dude
projections, these were perfect. I hit him up and I said, hey, any way I can get some of these,
right.
because I really wanted to have this as one of my centerpieces, and I love these. These fit perfectly. They're just exactly what I imagined. It's got the
look at the synergy we got going on here. This is cool.
Yeah, and there's a little jet there as well too.
Wow, that's incredible.
Dude, the paint.
What's that
color?
Shoulder piece? That's a 3D printed shoulder armor piece? Or what is that?
This is actually one of the Spexian Bugs crotch pieces.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Oh my god, no way.
What?
So aside from stuff, this is all I might parts that I either.
That's super clever.
So
damn,
I might have to own
have
that.
A little.
That's incredible.
I didn't really come up with the perfect way to get it on
stop
there,
it.
Cut off the
Jesus. Dude, that's nuts.
Equidron face?
Yeah.
I think it was
Equidron?
The Brute's ogre, his staff. That's what I cut off there.
Oh, right.
Okay,
yep.
Wow.
And then since I kind of went a little more prey inspired, also it's got a little
nice
forearms too.
Dude, that is amazing. I love it. I love that. That's incredible. That's a great reveal right there. That's fantastic.
Yeah, that was
Nate.
That was my big thing.
My friend.
Hey.
You say you're not. I'm gonna pull this down for a second. We're gonna go back to just us kids. So, what are we bringing? I'm hoping, and other people are hoping. So I don't want to like set up expectations, but I know a lot of people have been looking at this gorgeous cover right here.
Yeah, that was
this
just
blew
unreal.
me the F away when I opened this up, man. I mean, like, first of all, I had seen the figure, like, I hadn't seen it painted, but I saw it in grayscale in the studio, and I was really excited about it because it reminded me of Bernie Wrightson, and then this was like, I was like, oh my god, like, I can't wait to. It just makes you want to open the box, man, and then you get it, and it's like, yeah, this is what I got right there. It's amazing.
All the details and everything involved with that is just incredible, Nate.
That was a fun box.
At this for a second.
That was a very fun box to do.
I see many people saying that this is one of their favorites of at least the Figura Obscura boxes that you've done.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. I'm not sure. I mean, I love Jacob Marley with all the details in there, but I mean, this is just so badass. This is metal, as the kids say, man. Right there.
No, that was a fun one.
Kids don't say that.
Yeah, and just all the scientific, sketches and stuff you added.
Oh yeah. Oh well, that's not to even mention the interior, right? Which is like,
look at that. Yeah, incredible.
So this
I mean, seriously, one of the best backdrops for your product. I mean, I love Jacob Marley because that was the same thing. It was like the interior of a room and stuff like that, and like I've seen people take pictures with this, and it really works really well.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, Nate, go ahead. Sorry, you were talking.
You can't go wrong with purple and yellow together. It's just
You can't. You can't.
I mean, they're complementary, so there's that cheat if you know your color wheel. But yeah.
Yep.
Thank you, Purple Gang. That's awesome. There, you won't be disappointed then.
Nice.
I know I'm bringing prints of that. I can't remember what my quantity was. I think I bumped up the quantity a little bit. But yeah,
this is true.
Frank will be there. It's always tricky for me when I'm trying to pick what prints to take or what new prints to do. It's a challenge also because there are things that I've done that I can't show in print form yet, even at Legions Con. Like there's something I'm working on right now that if I even breathe the word of it, I would get fired immediately. But like, we'll just say that next year, Legions Con, there will be some more fodder.
I feel your pain, man. Like that bear shot. Like I was like, this is like I can't have this. Like, you know what I mean?
You can have that.
I probably should have, but I have it this year. But anyway, but like with your, like it's the same thing. But for you, like you can't even do it because the package isn't out. Like the pictures are going to be shown at G-Con, so I actually could like start printing them. But actually, that's a good idea. Damn it, I should have done that.
It's also tricky for me for Figure Obscura because I feel like when you buy the figure, very few people throw away the boxes, so you kind of already have that artwork.
Right. But that's kind of true.
But I still throw some in just because it is nice to throw on a wall.
To put it in a frame and put it up on the wall. Yeah, I think so too. Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, absolutely. Even having the back of like the Alithia boxes and stuff, like I wanted that print. That was just gorgeous artwork.
Yeah, that will be that is actually coming back this year.
Cool.
There's going to be some older pieces from years past that are returning because we will have you'll be able to see the full Dark 4 with Necronominus coming out. I had promised people for years at Legions Con. I'm like, because I ran out of the Arethyr print a while ago, and everybody's like, please do that one again. I'm like, I will when we get all 4 done. So there you go, all 4 will be back.
Looking forward to completing my skateboards too.
Yes.
And you and I have talked about this, but we have to do our 4 Horsemen complete,
yes, we do.
Like sync up shot. I don't know how we're going to do that, but we got to do that because I can't wait. I mean, I still have to get Necronominus in, which won't be until probably early next year. But after that, man, that's going to be the print for next year's Legion Con right there for both of us.
I think
maybe we'll do a twofer.
I don't think I'm giving anything away here, but I would think there may be a reason for it, even like within the book, right? Again, I'm talking about Jeremy's book.
I don't know.
Maybe. I don't know. He's going to hop on and be like, stop it. Stop it.
Nate's like, he's texting us both right now. Shut up. Shut up.
Chris comes out of the corner and smacks you.
It's after his bedtime. Don't worry.
That's right. Yeah, he's asleep. He's been asleep for at least half an hour now.
Well, speaking of Jeremy, I think it was him on some recent show that he said that at Intern that when people get to see you working, you are actually working because they can't even afford to let you stop working even during interns. So people are actually seeing you work on stuff that's legit. That's actually that's insane.
Yep. I mean, I kind of plan for that also. Like I've already gotten mine the piece that I want to be working on at Intern.
Cool.
You're way ahead of me.
Which will be the very next project that's on my plate. So yeah.
Awesome. Ooh, interesting.
Exciting. Can't wait.
I want to know what that is. You got to text me that later. I want to know what that's going to be.
Well, it's a wave that we know about.
It's a wave you already know.
It's got to be.
We haven't seen the packaging of yet, right?
I'm guessing. I'll just say it. I'm guessing it'll be Ox Crew. Some of the Ox Crew stuff.
Very cool.
So
yeah, and that's been like your color changing between those, so which I really love. Like each wave has a little bit of a color change. That's really cool.
Yeah, I just opened the Heavy Gunner right before we got on, and just this piece itself.
Yeah, I know.
It's just gorgeous.
Thanks, man.
It's so great.
I've gotten some mileage out of that one because I think I originally painted it blue and red, and then I used it purple and orange for wall tour. And I think this wave, it's kind of purplish pinkish.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's beautiful.
I'm getting some mileage on it. It's
here's a question for Nate. How long have you been doing things for Four Horsemen? I remember when you did the first Seventh Kingdom pieces, so it's got to be like 20 years.
It's getting close, Curb. It's getting close to 20 years. The first piece I did was Ramathor in 2007.
Wow.
And that was my first job with the guys. And it was back in those days, I did that piece, and then almost a year goes by, and then I do another piece. Actually, no, that's not true, because once I had done Ramathor, I had to retro do Zephyus. And then after Zephyus, I think it was the next year or so, we were working on the Queen Alexander stuff. But yeah, and then it was shortly after that, we were diving into Masters of the Universe Classic stuff together. And then, yeah, it's just been work ever since. It's been awesome. So yeah, it goes back into the aughts, as they say.
Yep. Are you, so now it's different now because now you're part of the studio.
Yep.
How's that been?
Awesome.
I feel like you have always been under the gun for stuff. And I don't feel like, except around G-Con, that I am as much, but I feel like we're in sync when it comes to G-Con stuff. It's like, has it been, I mean, so David Williams is helping out with the pins and stuff like that. Has that been good? Like to have like a little bit of oof.
Yes.
Okay, we can handle that, and that's looking good now, so I can concentrate on packaging and stuff like that. That's been good. Because there's a lot more, right? Like it's no more. You used to do all the stuff, but they are coming.
There's so much,
just a lot of stuff. Yeah,
right.
Exactly. Yeah,
there's just so much that, I mean, that's why that's what justified me being hired full time anyway. Was just that we were looking at schedule for a couple of years. I would come out to Legions Con or G-Con week that week, and we would literally sit down after the event was over, and we'd look at our yearly schedule, and it just got to the point where it's like we just got to make this real full time, kind of a thing. Because I even have Chris is messaging me on boxes from my demons that I just got from him. He's like, no freelance.
I just got those too. I just got those too.
You just got
those. I know. And it. So are you still doing that or no? Is there? It's just you just
my
don't have
freelance
time
is tapered off almost to a complete, like maybe a drip once in a while.
Yeah.
And I've had to say no to a lot of stuff. I just have.
And then I'll
say maybe to stuff, and then I make people mad.
Yeah, I know. I'm not, and I don't usually try to make this about me and what I'm doing, but like, it's been like there is something that like somebody's asked me to like fit in this week, and I'm like, dude, like you have no idea like what's going on. Like this is crunch time, and stuff is still coming in. So it's a very simple request, so I think I can do it. But like, whew, man, it's like I can't talk to anybody, man. It's like it's crazy. My wife doesn't understand either.
Yeah, go ahead, Nate.
I was just going to say, not that you weren't known before you were on full time with them, but because now with the amount of work that you're cranking out, I have to imagine that it's being seen by more and more people, which probably makes you more and more in demand. Yet you can't.
To a point, I think people are careful too. Like within the toy industry in general, it's really, and Trevor knows this, it's a small family of people in the toy industry, and so they kind of know already if you're they all the other companies can see that the Horsemen are just kicking out crazy amounts of things, so they kind of back off and just like, well, he's clearly busy with them on that stuff. And if they reach out to me, there are a few that do reach out, and I just let them know. I'm like, dude, I can't. It's like I have way too much stuff for my day job. I'm already working overtime on my day job.
Yeah.
So I can't.
I don't know how you keep up with it, man. I really don't. Like knowing like how much like an illustration takes
up. I'll tell you I don't.
Yeah. Well, Nate's beard was full color at the beginning of the
year. That's true.
Rich deep black
for sure.
Nice.
No, my crunch time for Legions Con though was back in the spring, early summer.
Lucky
so
you.
in some ways, the crunch that I'm feeling right now is just on other stuff that's out in the future. So in some ways, like Legions Con specifically, I'm like, I'm okay. However, Jeremy is messaging me for something that he needs for Legions Con that I need to try to squeeze in. So I'm not going to say what it is, but it's that, as you know how it is at the studio. There's just things are flying. Everybody's coming up with ideas last minute. Hey, can we do this really quick? And yeah, let's go for it because this year's special.
Well, speaking of that, I love the tweak you did to the Four Horsemen logo for their anniversary. That's so cool.
Thanks, man.
Oh yeah,
really neat. So when do you head out to the studio?
I fly out Wednesday, the Wednesday before, and I don't get there till late. So I'll be there. I'm literally like dealing with jet lag during intern. So
geez,
awesome.
Yeah.
But it's not a bad jet lag. It's honestly, I'm only 2 hours different from Jersey, so
yeah.
Are you coming? Is a fam coming with you this year? Or?
Nope, I'm just me and Iz.
Right on.
Me and Iz toys. Sorry, Adam Power.
Adam Power.
Yep.
And not to sidetrack, but real quick, I got to ask Nate that I heard that your son is getting into toy photography now.
Yeah, he is. Yeah,
he sent me this thing the other day. Let's just share this. We can share this.
I text Trevor. I bug him every once in a while. I'm like, look at this thing that my kid did.
Yeah. This is a wild diorama. Like, what is going on here? I don't even know what this is. This is nuts. Did he just something be built?
No, it's Super 7's Snake Mountain back there. With an actual vintage slime pit, and then Georgia skeletons. And I'm using glow in the dark silly putty. That's all that is. But I've let it like ooze over time.
Wow.
Onto the figures. And actually, Caleb was the one that set up the figures. Like he set up the scene, and then I took the picture.
Oh, you took the shot. Oh, I thought Caleb took the shot.
No, he set
That's
up.
awesome.
That's the
really cool.
Yeah, Caleb and I we geek out with toys all the time. Still,
that's awesome.
You were like you don't have the advantage of like having necessarily the toy in hand when you're doing some of this packaging, right? That's the problem. Like
pretty much never.
You don't even,
yeah.
I was gonna say like I've been approached by people who do like Star Wars illustration, right? Like oh, I see you do hot toy. Like as soon as you do like hot toys photography, it's like, can you if I direct you to take pictures of this hot toy? Because a lot of these guys use those hot toys and then like photographs of the actors and stuff to do the faces as their basis for their illustrations. But you don't even have the figures to use as a basis for the illustration. You've probably got a render or something like that from Eric, and that's about it. Yeah.
Yeah. For all of, I mean, any of the mythic and cosmic stuff. Actually, well, it's really mythic because I've not really painted any cosmic characters. We're gonna fix that, by the way.
Oh,
we
really?
Totally want to fix that. Yeah, I want to. Myself, my bosses at the studio, everybody's like, Nate, you need to do more cosmic stuff.
Yeah.
Anyway, but like with mythic stuff, I will reference your photography all the time, like all the time. Whereas
that's interesting. I didn't know that.
With the figure obscura stuff, I just have quick renders from Eric. Sometimes I get. If you've ever been at the studio, you see that the guys will have the prototypes just in those little cardboard shallow boxes with the bubble wrap. So I'll get a snapshot of that, of just the figure in pieces all over, and it's like, okay, so that's my reference.
There you go. There's your inspiration.
But honestly, with the figure, because it's so much more illustrative and kind of in a storytelling way, I actually like to look at other styles of art. Monkey King is a good example of that. Another one that I can't tell you about is going to be a good example of that I'll have to talk to you about in a few months.
Yeah. I mean, when I saw Frankenstein, my immediate thought was like, ooh, I told Cameron, because I was sitting there, he was sitting next to his desk, and I'm like, I am so going to Bernie Wrightson in this thing. Like, that's all I want to do with this thing right there. And like, was that an inspiration for you at all? Or
absolutely.
Did you,
It absolutely was. How could it not be, right? Like, look, that's such a classic piece. And he did such iconic work in that book. that I couldn't not look at that.
Got a signed copy of that thing, and it's gorgeous.
I wish they'd somehow re-release that in an affordable price.
Okay, go to Barnes and Noble. They actually somebody, and I can't remember who it was, texted me that they actually have like a little, like one of those kind of like bound, like the Tales of Edgar Allan Poe type of thing, and it's Frankenstein, and it is these illustrations somehow. I don't know. At least the cover is. I don't know if it's all the illustrations, but yeah, check it out. I don't know. Check Barnes and Noble. Yeah, they have the paperback. You can get the paperback as well. It's just great for the illustrations.
Yeah. Cool.
Eugene, your setup, like, what do you got? What are you doing? What do you got for a layout? Are you doing anything crazy, or has it just been too busy and you?
It's been too busy to really come up with anything
Gotcha.
too extravagant. Plus, I can't really get too, I guess, extravagant with what I was wanting to do. So this year it's just been.
So how are you displaying these shields?
Those will probably just be laid out in front, similar to how I did last year. Okay. And then they'll probably take up a good chunk of, if not most of, the front of the table. So.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, you're flying in too, so it's hard to bring any kind of an elaborate setup with that.
That is true. That's a good point. Like, I forget about people who are flying in. Like, that's nuts. Like, you just bringing this isn't like, you think about it. Like, this isn't like a trade show. You know what I mean? Where somebody else is paying for this, you're paying for this. So that's luggage, or that's like something you got to ship too. So yeah, that's true. So let me ask you all. Nate knows this kind of stuff, but what do you? Well, all right. Let me ask this instead. What aspect of the show? I'll start with Bryan. Like, what are you looking forward to? I know it's the people, disregarding seeing everybody, which is what we all want to do. We can't wait to see. It is great about the show. That is like, that is the number one thing that people bring up is like, I just want to see everybody and hang out with everybody. But barring that, what are you looking forward to the most? And I guess like G-Con too, like, because I mean, like wave reveal is like exciting, but like barring those two things.
Yeah, like the people's always the first thing, and then the reveals and stuff. But like personally, I love seeing the reaction of people when they come to the table for the first time.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah.
And I like for me, it's like I really like seeing people's reactions to the things I've been working on all year long.
Yeah,
it's kind of like. I treat it kind of like its own little toy line. So it's like I try and come up with all these new things for the next wave of stuff. And then like I try to outdo myself every time and try and, like I said, like I tell everybody, it's like throwing stuff against the wall, see what sticks. And it's like getting those reactions and then seeing people with them in hand and watching them turn up in like pictures and stuff. So that's one of the things I really love is just like seeing that initial reaction to some of the things I've been working on all year long.
Gotcha. Speaking of, and not to sidetrack from your question, Trevor, but while we're on that, how many new torches do you have that you haven't put out before? And then speaking of toy line, your Charbot is kind of like that.
Yeah.
I mean, so you've got different new appendages and additions to that, correct, this year?
Right. This will be the first time you'll be able to you can actually have a Charbot experience to go with your armor experience. All the pieces and parts will be available, including the new David Williams arm and the hologram projector for the top of it and the 2 new holograms that he showed off. And you can also pick up the Cabal, Cosmic Cabal hologram free of charge at the table. Just swing by and pick one up off the table.
Oh, that's awesome.
So yeah, there's that.
I don't think we brought this up yet, so let's bring this up. So you got a lot going on, man.
Yeah,
you got a lot going on. You got dios. Which
I blame Jeremy for the dios. I'm gonna blame
dios. Are so cool.
Like I was really in a bad funk until we went to IshCon, and Jeremy like kind of complimented my diorama cell I had to help fund our trip to IshCon, and it kind of lit a fire under me. I was like, well, it's time to remind people I do dios, kind of thing.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm bringing, I think it's like 14 pieces of like dio stuff will be available.
Cool.
8 of them's full size, and I'll have like 6 of them that's like this, like photography, like props and pieces.
Hell yeah.
I have a couple.
I mean, these are great. Like, are these D12 size too? Like, have you?
The first 2 were.
Okay.
The first 2 are the D12,
which is awesome. Like, This is what I love. We're talking. So I was on Brick Something yesterday, and we were talking about these.
It's a good show.
We were talking about you, and we were talking about these, and we were talking about just people like buying stuff, like, and then like by way of getting like a piece like this, you know, something that's like an entry level, like I got my, you know, this is my first dio. You know what I mean? It's not an elaborate, huge thing, but it's like I can take a picture on this, and it looks really cool. So I love that for, you know, people who are kind of getting into, you know, what I'm doing. So it's awesome. These are beautiful, man. I love this grass too. This grass.
And that's my son Zane's. That's the one he put together to sell for the. He was originally going to come with us, but I don't think we have room for him in a car now. Unfortunately.
Wow.
I went a little crazy, so it's like,
ouch. Damn.
Daddy's got to make some money.
Right.
Harsh. That is harsh. And here's your. Here's your holograms you were talking about. This is a great idea.
So
like
cool.
This kind of stuff, like with Cosmic, I don't think we've unlocked. We've seen a lot of head sculpts, but I don't think we've unlocked I gotta credit you with being one of the first people who's like jumped on that with the bot. You know, the robot. We'll show some parts of that you're gonna have coming out. You'll have the full thing there too, as well.
Oh yeah, everything. You'll be able to get the bot, and you could pick any combination of two arms that you want, toppers, everything.
Nice.
That's so cool.
But like that, I think you were one of the kind of the first people to come out with accessories for Cosmic. A lot of people have been doing with heads, and there's been some great stuff. But and this is on top of the Charbot right here. Which actually fits in.
And everything for like the Cosmics will plug into the bot as well. So I wanted to make something that could totally be interchangeable with the line and everything like that, and just be kind of like a fun little sidekick that can do anything for you. You know,
brilliant,
so cool,
absolutely brilliant. Yep. Yeah, making these ports and stuff compatible. I mean, that's the name of the game, man. Right there. You got to think that way. Yep.
Zaxius landscape over there, coming out of there.
Oh, let me see.
Is that what that is?
This right here?
It's just a random mountain I kind of made, and it's got like a little landing pad base on the side of it that goes into the mountain as well. It's kind of like a random like mountain base kind of thing.
Space base, yeah.
I want more of this stuff, yeah, for sure. Like terrain or even a skull. I mean, I know the Four Horsemen had the sculpt of the help me out.
The Lost Cronin.
The Lost Cronin. Yeah.
Even I was like,
it's like that
guy. The cool plastic skull.
That one thing about that guy.
But I would love to see more stuff like that. That would be cool. I know you can't do proprietary stuff, but like if there was a sculpt out there from one of the other sculptors to have that done like that would be pretty cool.
With Cosmic though, I mean it's like open galaxy, so just make up whatever you want to make up and throw it in there.
Yeah.
It really kind of is. Like it's so huge, and like you're not rooted in, not that even like Mythic Legions is rooted in, fantasy, medieval, Lord of the Rings style stuff, but there is like a limit to like, I suppose, like what you could, but like sci-fi is like it's wide open. You can do whatever the hell you want.
Like that's the tricky part dia-wise is like, I mean, let's face it, Crashbox makes amazing like interior stuff. And I've been trying to mess around and find different ways to do like terrain stuff. I made up like my own little planet kind of thing that I've made a bio for a couple times.
I would love that.
And like I don't know why, but I even made up a bio for the planet, just to kind of help try and sell the reason why it looks the way it does.
It's awesome.
I love that about stuff, man. It's really cool.
I'm going to maybe throw a bone here for customizers that are, because I get it that Cosmic is, we're still finding what it is, but I would say, remember, and I think Eric has said this in interviews, that like there's definite inspiration that came straight from like, all of us are more or less the same age. So if you just go back to our childhoods and what, late 70s and early 80s sci-fi looked like, like anything from any of that era stuff is going to plug and play pretty well with Cosmic, I think.
Yep.
So it's really just kind of, I know for me personally, like when I'm doing illustration work, I'm looking at a lot of concept art for like Aliens, for Ridley Scott stuff. And, I'm looking at Bob Peak right here, stuff like that, where it's like it's coming from that area. There are going to be other. It's not just that. Cosmic Legions isn't just that. There will be absolutely other influences later on, but I think that would be a good starting place for a lot of customizers, would be to look at late 70s, early 80s sci-fi.
Yeah, that's a great call, Nate.
And
that's what Eric was telling me, like when we were talking about Cosmic first off, like he referenced the movie. It was the movie with oh God, what's her name from The Breakfast Club? Not Ali Sheedy. Who's the other one?
Molly Ringwald. That movie
Molly
is,
Ringwald.
What is that movie called? Space Hunter, or
yeah, something like that. Space Hunter, something like that. I'm gonna look it up.
Yeah, that doesn't ring a bell.
I got to IMDb that. It's not great. It's not great.
Yeah, it's campy,
but it's campy, but it's very 80s, and it's like perfectly like we want to be Star Wars, or Mad Max, but not quite.
Yeah, like it was Star Wars Mad Max for sure. Yeah.
And Rick is asking for Barbarella. I say just, there's plenty of parts. You could customize something there.
It is Space Hunter. Okay.
Yeah. Also,
I hadn't seen that before, and
Rick
I watched
Springfield's Bop Till You Drop video. Just look that one up.
That's funny.
Okay. All right.
Rick Springfield, Bop Till You Drop.
Would you say Space Hunter is akin to Star Wars what Tales of the Gold Monkey is to Raiders of the Lost Ark? Maybe only Trevor understands that reference, but
yeah, no, I get it. So all right, so you got your torches, of course. These are the kind of the staple. Yeah, this is a new one though. I like this design now. This is
that's cool. Probably my favorite of. I think that might be the favorite thing I made for this year. I love that style.
That's really neat.
It really came together pretty good.
I need like 6 of those.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, I know a guy in a week or so.
And this, I'm like, honestly, this could be kind of a cosmic thing too, right here.
Right.
Quite frankly, I mean, it's got that magic, medieval fantasy magic vibe, but you could totally use this as like a cosmic,
I could
that
see
came
that
from like Legend of Zelda games. Like I started playing one of them. David Williams was playing it, got me wanting to play them again. So I started playing one. I went into a temple, and there's this. I think it's the next picture. There's like this crystal, light thing, and it just was like, huh. So I started messing around with it, and that's what it ended up becoming.
Yeah.
I figured it'd be cool in the back, like a wizard's lab or whatever they had call them, or like you said, even something cosmic.
And then this dial. First of all, dude, great picture. Like
Thanks.
Really nice.
Yeah.
And this dial looks incredible, man. This is really nice. You still gonna have this there, or have you like pre-sold this already? Or, okay.
I have not pre-sold anything.
There it is, right there. There you go. That's gorgeous.
I made 2 of these. This was actually as soon as I got back from MishCon. This is my all right. Time to do something badass, and this is what I came up with.
Brian, that looks just like a frame grab I stopped on either a Game of Thrones episode or a House of the Dragon, where I love that right side there with the pillars and it. I'm like, I want a dial that looks like this, and I just kept it as a reference. And then all of a sudden, I see this, I'm like, oh my god, it's exactly.
Funny you say that. This is actually because we were watching. We just started. We're so behind. We just started a House of the Dragon. There was the scene with the main lady, and she's talking to the older lady. I'm horrible.
They're walking through. I totally remember that scene.
Yeah.
And as soon as I saw that, I was like, I always wanted to make a hallway, but I was like, there we go. I'll just make a courtyard overlook kind of thing.
Yes.
Yeah, sunlight coming through here, even without the torches on, would look great too. This is a really nice dial.
Love it. Man. And it's got a ceiling, which a lot of dials don't have, but photographers really like that. So.
And you got the staffs with the crystals, the light up crystals, which is cool.
Yep. I'll have 3 new styles of staffs. I'm not going to bring the ones I showed last year. I wanted to tweak them, and while trying to tweak them, I ended up making them the other new style by accident. Okay. So I'm going to return to those later on down the road.
Cool. Guys, jump in if you got questions. I don't like to my dead air thing. So
we can go back to Eugene. How about you? What are you looking forward to on top of seeing everybody?
A lot of it is, I draw a lot of inspiration just from the people and seeing everybody there. Like Bryan was talking about, one of the best feelings for me is, when I see something that I've done and somebody tells me they loved it or shows up in a photo. Like, Nate, you've shared a couple of my stuff this year, which has been amazing. It's one of my favorite things to see. And then I love seeing what everybody else has thought of, what they've been inspired by. And everybody's got their own different inspirations and their own different tracks that they, pull from or they like to walk down. And so I really like seeing what everybody's been doing for the last year and all the different ways that they've improved and the different ways they branched out, whether photography or prints or painting. And I just love getting to pick people's brains. I've supported the 2 years prior, so I got to pick your brain a lot on photography, and I got to pick Nate's brain a ton for my daughter, who's an aspiring artist in her own right. And Nate was wonderful. He gave her a very wonderful signed print and helped me when I was trying to get her a tablet to draw with that she uses every day. And
nice.
We did some local shows in the Midwest here, and she sold some prints of her artwork there. So
fantastic.
Kind of seen.
Hey, did you ever pick up that lens that we talked about?
I did. Yep.
Okay, cool. 40 millimeter. Okay. Oh, there it is. Oh crap! There it is. Nice.
Yep.
It's a great lens.
Yeah, I picked up the macro lens. I talked to you and
yep.
I can't think of his first. Is it Chris? I have a lot to.
Tom. Yeah, Tom.
Yep. Tom. Sorry.
Yep. No worries.
The real names for people.
Yeah, me too. Like, please wear name tags, kids, because it's gonna be like that. Yeah.
There was a post today confirming that Cullen will have name tags. So everybody
Thank God,
definitely...
because my wife is coming Saturday, and I'm going through in a panic on Facebook. I'm like, okay, I'm studying people's faces because I know you, but sometimes I panic when you're introducing somebody. So,
well, speaking of wives, so Bryan, I'm assuming and hoping Stacy's coming, right?
Yeah, I made sure she can fit in the car.
Good move.
Because I don't think I'd be able to live it down if I couldn't take her along. Yeah. She's into this just as much, if not more than I am at this point.
Yeah, amazing. That's awesome. And Eugene, are you going to have someone at your table that's going to allow you to step away once in a while, or?
Yeah. Nick too, or this is Nick's this is Nick's Nick Campbell.
Oh,
He's been my booth babe last year, so he's gonna reprise his role this year. Nice. So
nice.
Hey, this is a nice looking setup, man. You got a lot going on here. I didn't, I'd kind of forgotten what your table looked like. But yeah, this looks great. I mean, it's packed with stuff, so it's fantastic. That's great. Yeah, having that person, because there's going to be so much for us as vendors you're going to want to go and do and see and look at. And yeah, to have that extra person is fantastic. It's great that the venue as well, you get two badges for each table, which is fantastic. Yeah. Stacy, that is true. That is absolutely true. No offense, Bryan, but yeah.
Oh no, she's right. I'd be lost.
Oops, Mitch.
So Nate, what are you looking for? I mean, outside of everything, again, seeing people, the reveals, being able to talk about stuff that you haven't been able to talk about, we both share that. But what are you looking forward to anything specific that's going to be happening, or even if it's stuff you know about and you can't talk about? Are you
all the stuff that I know about and can't talk about is definitely going to be.
Yeah, I know.
For me, truth be told, so I'm excited to see, and this is more from the studio point of view, I'm excited to see how it goes where we're in the other room and everybody else is out on the floor. Part of me is nervous about that because I like being out on the floor, and usually I can kind of sneak away from my table, Chris style, and just leave my table just open.
Chris style. Yeah.
Which is funny because Chris and I are neighbors this year. I'm curious. So if you see me with a red cheek on one side, you'll know that.
Chris, are you going to be the old man that steals his Jesus?
I could be.
yeah, I know. Like I was going to be in that room as well, and I kind of weaseled my way out. I was just like, I kind of want to be like, I think I may have made a mistake, but like, I kind of wanted to be on the floor with people, but like, the action is going to be in there with the Armory. Like it's going to be nuts. And
that's the other thing that I'm very excited for. When Jim came out to FanX, I'm not going to give away anything here, but when he came out here, he saw something and he was like, that's what the Armory needs to look like. And it was like, oh, like I saw him catch a vision of how to present all of it. And I was just like, oh, it's going to be really cool.
Sweet. I've seen that vision and it is cool.
Okay. So that vision came together then. Good. Yeah. I mean, I'm just, and I love that where I'm seated, I will just get to watch people come in and play with the Armory. Like,
it'll be fun.
Genuinely excited to see how that goes. So it's
I feel like I'm gonna want to hang out in that room for a little while too. Absolutely for that reason. It's just gonna be cool. I mean, I know, and I will be in line for that, but whether or not I get in there twice a day, who knows?
But man, the Armory is just a layer of all the other layers that are going to be going.
Right. Yeah.
So it's
there you go.
Like Glycon. I'm going to be on. In fact, Bill.
Yeah.
Will be.
That's right.
Tomorrow night, talking a little bit about that. I always love seeing Bios guys.
Plug that, Bill. Like, now we're on that subject.
So tomorrow night we're gonna have a little bit of a pre-Legions Con Glyos special with Marty Hansen and MJ. Is that his son's name? MJ. And Steph is gonna co-host. This is really Steph Orkin's project. So and then Nate. So we're gonna chat some Glyos tomorrow.
Nice. What time's that start, Bill?
8:30 on my channel. Yep.
Right on. Cool.
Rob says, not trying to take away from the guests, but Trevor has mentioned bringing his wife a few times. But what about Bill and Nate? No go on the wives? What do they think of Mythic Legions Con?
Yeah, I'm not bringing Trevor's wife. Yeah, Trevor's.
No, that would be weird.
That would be weird. Oh, that's not what he was asking. Okay. Yeah, we can talk about that next Monday.
Yeah, we'll talk about that next Monday.
We'll save that, Rob. Don't forget, and you don't have to super chat it to bring it. Remind us.
Next Monday is a touch and go thing. Like just to say right now, like I'm hoping we could do it a Monday, but like it may just be like the three of us kind of wrapping up like what we're gonna do and stuff. We haven't really figured it out yet, but we'll see how that goes. I may just be jammed so tight to the last day that I may not be able to do that.
I was just going to go back to the Armory. I was going to ask the Eugene and Bryan, what do they think about that? So start with you, Eugene. What are your thoughts on it? Pretty pumped about it?
I am. There's some colorways that I'm really excited about. I really like the yellow and the green and the purple. I'm not really sure where I'm going to land on it, but I'm really looking forward to actually getting a chance the parts outside of the box and kind of make your own thing there. I think it was it Kirby that made that little program where you can generate it. I've played with that, right? I've messed around with that a lot, and I still haven't figured out exactly what I want, but I'm really looking forward to seeing all those pieces in hand and just kind of trying to map out a few different ideas with what we can get there.
I'm just saying, how great, like, it's a weird thing, but like, how great a community is this? That they did this, and somebody like Kirby went out and like this would be the thing that people would be like saying in the chats, in another brand. I'm not trying to slam, but like, oh, it'd be really cool if we could like play with this and try to figure out what we wanted. And somebody just like, hey, I built it. It's there. It is.
Yeah, like, overnight too. It was there so quick.
Yeah,
freaking great, man. That's so good, man.
Yeah.
I got to see them in person last weekend at the Secret Galaxy Expo.
Right.
Yeah.
And that red, man, that it hits different in person. Like it is so deep and rich.
Yeah,
it's a very cool red. And yeah, I'm very excited now. I was already excited, but having seen them in person now, I'm like, oh, this is gonna be cool to see. Just to see the builds that everybody's gonna be like. We don't talk about this much, but like people are going to be like passing around and showing their builds to each other and comparing like how they put them together. And similar to how it was like with the Valiant Knight last year, where they were like passing that around. So it's going to be like the hand candy of the show is going to be those nights.
Yeah.
There's going to be a lot of this.
I should have done that. Yeah.
Totally.
Oh, that's so cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why did I think of that?
The sound of Legions Con.
Brian, do you got an Armory plan in mind yet?
Well, we messed with the Kirby builder thing, and I thought I did, but every time I see a picture, like the different pictures, like Bill's saying, the red, at first I was like, okay, the red's cool. Then I see a picture of the red, okay, now it looks actually a lot cooler. Then the one from the last weekend, there was somebody posted a picture and it looked freaking great. So now it's like, I wasn't gonna do red. Now I want to do red. Now I'm back to square one. I'm like, I thought I knew what I was doing until like I start seeing more and more pictures and like.
So I took a look at that green too, real close up, because it was at the studio, and it's almost like a color shift paint, which is like not what I expected. I saw it close up at New Jersey Toy Con, but I didn't pick it up and really deeply look at it. And under the bright lights of the studio, it's like a color shift, blue and green.
Wow.
So that's going to be interesting. It's going to be a tricky thing to match, but I think there is probably a paint out there that you can.
I'm not a big green person, but after seeing it at IshCon, I kind of want to do that one too.
Oh. Yeah, I like the Green Knight aspect of it. I've got a third party sculpt that I really want to match to that. Like it's got like antler. I don't remember who did it. It's a very angular, sort of simplistic deer helmet looking thing. It might have been. I don't know who put it out. I can't remember, but it's really cool, and I want to match it to that. So that's gonna be tricky. Everybody's staying at the hotel here. Everybody's in the hotel. I know. Yeah. Okay. Cool.
Is anyone going to intern? Bryan, Eugene, did you make it? No.
Nope. No, man.
I was hoping to find somebody that needed a +1, but it didn't work out. So.
Bummer.
Well, I mean. Now you know how your kid feels. So
yeah,
you know.
You needed some way to abandon the wife.
That's great.
Sorry. Sorry. Had to be said. Couldn't let it go. Hedgehog action with the $1.99 super chat. I'm thinking green red for Christmas Day. That would be cool, man.
Yep, that'll look really good.
That would be really cool.
For sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like that.
Very cool.
Yep. Definitely down with that. Where are my questions here?
Well, so before we get off, Nate, do you have any combos you've got in mind?
Any combos for me?
Yeah, for the Armory.
As I'm in the similar boat to where I see a picture that somebody posts, and I'm like, I just want to do that, and so I know that's very. But I guess I'll put it this way: I haven't had time to really play with it too much. When I first saw them, I initially liked. I'm a sucker for silver and black because I'm such a Star Wars nerd, as is evidenced by.
Yeah. By the way, let's
pull those pics up.
Hang on.
Pull those pics up. I just love black and silver. The green, I'm kind of in the same vein with.
Look at that! Damn. It's nuts. You've done this like a few years. You've had this outfit, right?
No, like when you do a Darth Vader to that level, it's like I think I'm done with any other Halloween thing unless it's like a riff off of this somehow.
You're doing this like 501st level, right? Are you?
I'm trying. I'm actually aiming for 501st. Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right.
Little. I don't know if many people know this. Maybe Cameron doesn't want me to say this, but I'm just throwing him under the bus. Cameron used to be in the 501st.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Smith. Yeah, he was a Death Star gunner.
I didn't know that.
Oh, cool.
So I didn't think he was that big a Star Wars guy. Holy crap. That is like complete news to me. I had no idea.
There you go. Sorry, Cameron. Wow. If that was something you
it's
intended to keep secret from the rest of the world, I just spilled beans. But he gave me some pointers, told me some things to go.
David was a biker scout.
Wow. Oh, no
David Williams is a biker. Yeah, he and I, in fact, David and I talked about that. John McDonald, Simple Tricks and Nonsense. They're They were at 1.5 our first level. My son is doing the Stormtrooper thing. And
I saw that.
Great.
Yep.
He's aiming for that. When he was at FanX, he was talking with the 501st guys and getting a lot of tips there.
There you go.
Anyway, yep.
I could see Cameron in the 501st in the Civil War. But Star Wars.
Yeah, that's what I'm yeah.
Totally.
Cameron's got such a deep history, like he knows so much about like historical, like medieval and like just history. I didn't think he was a big sci-fi guy. That's interesting. I did not know that about him.
My favorite room to go into whenever I go into the studio, like I love hanging out with Eric and George and everybody, but I find that I feel at home and I start geeking out and just having a great time in that paint room with Cameron and Bill and Joe.
It's the fumes, Nate.
It's the fumes.
Yeah.
We get talking about we genuinely just geek out about all the stuff that we love, and
that's awesome.
So much fun. But yeah, I'm looking at.
That's not what was happening.
Back to the Legion's Armory stuff. I'm looking pretty simple. Mostly the green and the silver really are catching my eye. Mostly.
Yeah.
Nice.
There's a whole.
My plan is just to follow Bill. Whatever Bill makes, I'll just make that because
seriously,
it'll be amazing.
Because Bill will have thought it out and like figured out like, okay, here's what's coming out and here's what you're not going to be able to get. And, Yep, I know.
I'm just following you, Bill.
Man. Yep, absolutely.
I actually am I'm going all like solid colors. So I have to still figure out what. Yeah,
Mr. Mix and Match, Mr. Pop and Swap, like.
But like the thing about popping and swapping is having this nice I want like this nice library of all the red parts. Like I want all the reds and all the greens.
Well, then you can pop and swap it with other parts of other things.
So
aside from the Armory,
if I can, I'll be at intern, so I can get 2 greens that day, and then if I can get in line on Saturday. I can get 2 reds that day, and that's what my plan is essentially.
All right.
And I don't exactly know the combos yet. I got to kind of look at that picture with all of the ones.
And keep in mind the ones that they're selling down the road too.
Yeah, I got to look at that picture with those 10 and figure out which reds and green parts that I'm going to want because I can just get the rest later. But at the same time, that's probably the stuff that's going to sell out too, if anything does.
Yeah.
Are the parts that are not going to be available.
So what was the number again of combinations? Do we remember?
Well,
2,000 or 4,000 or 400,000 or I was insane.
It was like 200,000. Was it like 200,000?
But those are the different combinations. But you could get all the parts by buying
20.
I think it was 20 figures, right? You get every single part if you can somehow get 20 figures and figure out.
Right.
Combinations.
My insane thought the other day was like, and this isn't something the studio wants to do, but I'm just like, could I possibly photograph every combination of those parts if I could get all those parts? And I don't think I could.
Not every combo.
That's what I'm getting at. Like, how many years of work would that be if I was to be?
That's job security. That's what he's after.
That would be a book all in itself.
I'm telling you, like that's a book. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like,
that
would be pretty cool, right? Like to have all those as a reference. That would be pretty. I mean, Kirby's kind of app has kind of done that, but like to have them all together, I don't know. To what Kevin says, there you go. Kevin, our moderator says 234,000. All right, scrap that idea. I'm not doing that.
Almost 250,000.
How many
I would need
years
a
is that? If you do
I know, right? Let's see, 234,000 pictures. I feel like I've done 234,000 pictures. I haven't, but like, I don't know. Well, guys, this has been great. I cannot wait to see all of you people live and in person, and to buy things from you because I will be. Any last thoughts for? Any tips for anybody who hasn't been there? Because I know there's a lot of new people coming. Rob Zamora will be here for the first time this year. You guys have all been there before. So, Eugene, like any tips that you have for anybody who's new?
I would say check it because you see a lot of the artists are doing their, I would say, introductory posts about who they are, what they're bringing, and they'll have a good selection of what you'll probably see at their tables. So if you see someone there, I would hit that up first thing, because like myself, I'm not doing any duplicates of any pieces. Everything will be slightly different. And I think that's how most people tend to operate. So
yeah,
absolutely.
You can what? You can what?
That'll be there. That'll be all weekend.
You can. We missed you. You cut out. You can what? What did you say? You can. No.
We'll never know. We'll never know.
You can.
The best piece of advice we never heard.
Yeah. The universe doesn't want us to know.
That's all right, but you can do that.
No, but apparently, me saying not to go into the Four Horsemen line first is just not.
Oh, there you go. Wow, that was what was cutting out. Wow, well,
conspiracy.
We're complete chills here.
Jeremy, is he behind the scenes here?
Exactly. Jeremy's hitting the interrupt button there, yeah, for sure. No, Jeremy has said that himself. Like, so yeah, like don't hit the Four Horsemen line first. I'm interested. I haven't even asked Jeremy, but I think that's going to be more of a store like experience this year and less of a line and a table of stuff. I don't know for sure, but I have a feeling that it's going to be more of a walk in, maybe even see things
Shop
on a
around.
Rack or something like that and pull things down and then
easy.
Go to a checkout and check out, and you're not like in line and waiting to get in,
for the next person. Yeah, like that's gonna like create a very different flow of shopping the table, because there's always that thing where you're working your way down the table and you want to see what's over here, but you don't want to like come back and like it's a very linear thing. But when you're in a store and you can go there and then come back over here and like look around and like see everything before you have to commit.
I wonder if they'll let in like a certain amount of people at
I would imagine so.
Yeah, probably. Because us, like I will get in line and I will be like
throwing elbows.
I don't need that, and then I'll get down to the end of the thing, and I'm like, I should have grabbed that, and now I gotta like cut somebody off or ask somebody to hand me another snag or whatever, So this will be good if it is like that, and I have a feeling it is something like that. Andy the Collector, not gonna lie, it's my first time. Hoping my social anxiety cooperates. Totally understand. There are a lot of people who have said that. There are a lot of people who are on YouTube now who have been like in that boat. I think you're going to find that this is a very accepting community, and there's going to be other people in your boat for sure. And just reach out to people. Everybody's cool.
Yeah,
again,
super
we've
welcoming.
said this many times. There's not a hole in the bunch, man. So like, just introduce yourself and say, "This is who I am. Who are you? How you doing?"
That goes for all of us in the studio also. Like, please feel free to come talk to us. Please.
Yeah.
Like, we're one of you guys in the very real sense of the term. Like, we're all also toy collecting. We geek out about all the same stuff you guys geek out about. We want to talk to you. We want to be your friends. We, all that good stuff.
Yep.
Except for George, because George hates fun.
But even George,
I saw George.
Even George, he's nice. He's a really nice guy. Oh, there you go. Nice.
SGX and got another one of his skeletons.
Nice.
Right. Yeah.
Purple Skelly.
Yeah. It goes with this guy. So again, tomorrow night, Glios on the door glare. And I wanted to point out, Steph mentioned, I should have mentioned, she's going to have a bunch of giveaways. So.
Ooh, sweet.
Oh, fun.
A lot of Glios giveaways. Yep.
That's cool.
Cool.
That was very cool.
Brian, got any tips? No.
Why does Nate Baertsch look like Trevor and Nate's long lost triplet? It's getting
welcome to the family, Nate.
Sorry, Nate. There we go. Nate and I are already brothers. I mean, we've always been brother Nates.
Yeah,
that's right.
It's so Nate. I seriously almost wore a cap just like that tonight. But I saw this and I'm like, no, I'm going to wear this for Nate because it's a tribute, which is a horse supplement that my daughter actually works on. So I'm like, I'm going to wear this in honor of our fellow love of horses. So.
See, I got to ask you about that hat because I've had hats like that. Like it's like a Kangol, but it doesn't work on my head, man. And I don't know. That looks good, and like I think I could pull that off if you pull that off. But I don't know.
I can only thank George for this hat because where were we at?
That is a George
last year. Yeah. George, he had his, and he just took my baseball cap off, and he's like, "Put this on." It's the same thing he does to Chris on the Ish show, the Forest show. It's like, Chris, you need to cut your hair because you look like a creepy old man. And he put the hat on my head, and he was like, see, we have the same size head. This hat works. It's like, you need to do that.
Yeah. So what is the brand of that? Because I got a big head too. What is that?
Boston
not that you have a big head. But... Boston's what?
Boston Scally.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it's they have a ton of stuff. They just have a ton of stuff.
I saw an ad for a Frankenstein Scally from them.
They have a Frankenstein Scally. Yep. They've got a pumpkin Scally for the fall. They've got just your classic stuff as well. And it's just George trying to class us all up, I think. A little bit.
Jonathan, you were avoiding me, Jonathan. Like, let's not, come on, let's not stop.
Yeah.
Good. We'll have George take us to a haberdashery in New Jersey.
There you go. Never thought to ask him about that, but yeah, for sure. But yes, like everybody in the studio is totally approachable, really cool. Don't feel intimidated by them. They're like the nicest people. I was just telling my wife this tonight. Just the nicest people in the world. Because she's coming, and like I'm just trying to give her the lay of the land, you know what I mean, and like tell her, these are the people I'm working for. I was just over there, and we were just talking about stuff, and it just came up. But yeah, again, I couldn't name a person, that I'm like, you know what I mean? Like,
right.
Everybody's great, man. Like, you're going to have a great time. You'll find somebody that you connect with, if you open yourself up to people, and you all got something in common. So like, just bring it up, just talk about the wave, talk about, the Armory, talk about whatever, comes up, man. It's going to be great. You're going to love it.
Yeah.
You're going to feel real good, and you're going to be a fully integrated part of this community by the time you're done with this, even if you have that anxiety, for sure.
Absolutely.
I will say that every Legions Con I've been to, I've left Legions Con with more friends than when I went.
That's great.
Yeah.
And many of the regrets that I have, part of it is just because we're running around with all the studio guys and we do get busy, but I'm going to intentionally take more time in the after hours out in the commons areas and just be talking with everybody. Cool. Like that needs to happen, because
absolutely
that's more than half of the charm. When we say it's all about the people, it's those moments too of just like, go sit down at a table and just talk with people.
Yeah.
Here's a good question. What if you don't collect Legions? Well, there's going to be a whole bunch of other stuff. There's going to be other toy makers, like Spiro Toys. Valiverse is going to be there.
Creative Beast.
AWalk. Foxforge Toys.
Evil Realm.
Unparalleled Universe is going to have like he's going to have an
Plunderlings.
exclusive figure. Plunderlings.
Yeah.
What are the Dragonor? What
Legends of Dragonor.
FOMO.
And not only that, but
Formo.
Matt Rodriguez.
Yeah, Formo Toys. Yep.
Yeah.
But the Horsemen themselves have said that this is going to be an event where the Horsemen stuff is going to be very appealing to people who don't necessarily collect Legions.
Yep.
So
he did say that. I'm not going to say what that means, but like
and I have
Jeremy
no idea
did
what
say,
it means either. But
Jeremy did say like that people outside of Legions will be interested.
Not only the Legions community, but the toy community as a whole are going to be. Yeah. That just freaking gets my mind.
Brutal Realm. Brutal Realm. God, the Brutal Realm guys are going to be there too. Yeah.
Ideas from Mars. Meta Travelers.
Yes.
Meta Travelers. Yeah.
Meta Travelers are going to be there.
So many.
The game.
Tons of independent
I'm looking forward to
toys.
seeing the game, guys, because the game is actually going to launch. I know like a lot of. I'm looking forward to the game. I can't wait for it.
I am too. And we just got. I don't know if you backed it on the original backer. I didn't do it yet, but you could download the soundtrack. And I'm kind of.
Can you download it? I didn't see the download link. Oh, I saw the update.
Did you have to buy the soundtrack during the?
I don't
think.
I thought I got everything.
So I think it was maybe if you were one of the original backers that you got it.
Okay.
But I forget. There's a ton of tracks on there, and they said it complements the game great too. But a lot of people put on this kind of music when you're sitting around customizing or painting or shooting or whatever. So I'm excited to check it out.
Laura, I think there is a fish tank there, so if you can, if you wanted to stand in the lobby and stick your head in there, that could probably work out for you too. Yeah, that's fine. Or a bubble head. You could bring a bubble head and We're all acceptable. We're all accepting here, Laura. You'll be
mutation.
All right.
Judging by the amount of beer that's consumed in the pub, a lot of people.
Yeah, there's a lot of people who are fish people because I know I'll be drinking like a fish as well. So yeah. All right, guys. Thank you very much for being on. I really appreciate everybody coming on. I cannot wait to see you again. Like I said, live and in person. And all you people in the chat, thank you very much for all your super chats. Can't wait to see all you who are coming. Hope you can make it. If you can't, hopefully we'll see you next year. We are going to try to go check out Bill's Glios show tomorrow with, again, Nate Baertsch will be there. And hopefully next Monday we're going to do something. I don't know what it's going to be. It may just
maybe
be
it's just a short show. Yeah.
Might just be a quick getting ready, the three of us talking about what's going on. Who knows? We'll see what's happening depending on how crunched I am, which is, I feel like right now is going to be pretty crunched, but we'll see. Thank you guys. Appreciate it. And we will see you. If we don't see you next Monday, we will see you next Thursday, Friday, Saturday, whatever it's going to be.
All of it.
Can't wait. It's the best
all of it.
The year.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it is.
Can't wait, guys.
All right. Christmas is
Everyone
coming.
travel safe.
12 days. 12 days, kids. 11 days, really. All right. See you guys. Bye.
See everybody.
Thanks, guys.